This video is brought to you by the EA Creator Network. Hello again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build. But today is a very special day. This is a very special speed build. Today we are building a kind of like a family ranchy sort of house for 6 Sims and 2 horses, and we are building in Chestnut Ridge, which is the world that is shipping with the Sims 4 horses. I am so excited to be able to share all of this footage with you all because I got super early access this time around, which has never actually happened to me before, so super grateful. Thanks to the EA Creator Network for actually allowing me to do this for you all. I have, if you haven't already seen, posted a full build by overview on my channel. I'll pop a card in the right hand corner for you if you'd like to check out the items. I do a very thorough overview of all the items. The video is almost an hour long, so if I were you, I'd grab a cup of coffee or a beverage of your choice before you sit down and enjoy that one. But then I figured, come on, it's not going to be me if we don't attempt some form of speed build or some sort of house in the beautiful world of Chestnut Ridge. Now, this particular lot is actually a 40 by 30 lot. I do also have a world overview video coming to the channel tomorrow as well, so please keep an eye out. I do a full overview of the world and then we visit all the lots as well and we go through all the lot sizes, etc. I've tried to be as thorough as I possibly could. I've had a lot of other projects going on alongside this early access, so my life has been super chaotic for around 2 weeks so far, and it's not stopping anytime soon, but I am super grateful. Anyway, back to this build. This is the first build that I have done with this pack, so as you can see, because this is the super early access software, this build only requires base game and Horse Ranch. So if you have purchased Horse Ranch recently and it's the first pack that you have, then this is absolutely perfect. The house has 4 bedrooms and I believe 3 bathrooms. It's really well balanced out. The rooms are very big, perfect for gameplay, and there isn't like too much clutter going on either because I'm very wary of that at the moment, particularly with gameplay and routing issues, etc. So as you can see, we are working on the exterior here. I do fiddle around with the color schemes for a little while just because this was my very first look at the pack. When I opened up my game, this was the very first thing I did. I didn't do the build by overview first. I did this build first. So everything that you're seeing here is me seeing everything for the first time. So if you see me loitering for a while, or if you see me being a little bit undecisive around swatches, then that is why. But I'm really impressed with how this build came out actually, and I'm just so honored that I had this opportunity. I can't even begin to explain it. But yes, so as I was mentioning, this house is for 6 Sims and 2 horses. I haven't really looked at horses too much so far. I would really like to do a full overview of the horses, so like interactions, animations and things like that, but we'll have to see how that pans out because as I was saying, I have quite a busy schedule at the moment. I'm not trying to make excuses, but I genuinely do. But yes, it was really important for me to have a house like this so that you guys can just sort of hop in game. I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for you. If you're not a particularly confident builder, I wanted you to have something to have like just very early, I say early access, and what I'm meaning is when you load in the game, I wanted you to have like a house that you could just play in. Now, I'm not saying, so like I know a lot of the EA creators actually helped build the lots for this world and they did an incredible job. You will, in my world overview, you will see me fangirling over all of the builds, and I felt awful bulldozing the lot that was here already, and I was like, why? I can't believe I've just done that, but obviously I had to try and at least attempt to build my own house. This is what I ended up coming up with. The landscaping is so toned back for me. Like, if you are familiar with my builds, then you'll know that my landscaping tends to be a little bit more extravagant than this, but I think because I was restricted with it being base game and Horse Ranch only, we didn't get many landscaping items with Horse Ranch, and And by that, I mean, we didn't get many like trees and plants and flowers and things. And that's okay. Like, I wasn't expecting really anything, if at all. But yeah, that's probably why the outside is a little bit sparse. But yes, this is where we build the little places for the horses to sleep. This is just like such a cute area. And I have thoroughly play tested this build too. So I actually moved a sim on here with 2 horses to make sure that the horses could access everything required, and everything worked so perfectly. I was so happy with that. You can actually lock the gate so that the horses can remain contained within this area as well, which really helps if you're not really wanting your horses to be roaming in the house, because yes, that can happen. The horses can just like turn up inside the house, which is just classic sim style for me. I love things like that. It's just so quintessentially sim, you know? But yeah, I actually stole this idea for like this outdoor area from one of the builds that shipped with the pack, because I'd noticed that a lot of the builders had really thought outside the box when it came to creating like the outside space for the horses, and I was like, I'm not creative enough to think of this by myself. So I did kind of copy this. I can't remember who the lot was by and where the lot is, because at the moment everything's kind of merging together. But I did definitely steal this idea. So this is not my original idea whatsoever. Like, these little horse boxes, not my original idea at all. I cannot take credit for this. But I did add like a debug truck here with, look at the little horse box on the back. I'm obsessed. I love this pack so much. I cannot even begin to explain how excited I am for you all to get your hands on this pack. I love horses, so this pack really appealed to me. But even if you're not too keen on horses, the pack has a lot to offer as well. The build and buy, I was genuinely overwhelmed in the best way possible with the build buy, because there seemed to be a lot of items. We got a new world as well. The world is just incredible. I was really scared that it was going to feel way too much like Strangerville, but it doesn't at all. It definitely has its own vibe. It's kind of like a really nice mixture of Oasis Springs and Strangerville, and then with something completely new thrown in there as well. Yes, I would have quite liked to pack with a world that isn't based on a US like place, but you know, hopefully that'll be coming soon. But I think with the pack and the fact that it's a horse pack, I think it just fits in really well. Anyway, so we do move on to the interior of the house. It's a little bit hefty, you know. She's a big girl, but that's fine. We love her. We absolutely love a challenge of building and decorating a big house. But yes, this is the inside. Now, I think we should talk about the elephant in the room, actually, because now that we've all received the base game update, I think this came yesterday, we can all paint the ceilings of our builds. Now, I've been able to do this for the past couple of weeks, and I was like, when I first went in game, I completely forgot that was even a thing. So it was kind of an afterthought in my head, because I was so excited to just build a house and explore the world and look at the horses and the build and buy and etc. So I think it was about halfway through this build, I was like, oh my gosh, I can paint the ceiling of this build, like these rooms. And so I'm not entirely sure if I do it on camera, but you'll see in the screenshots at the end where I showcase the build and the floor plan, etc., that I have actually added the wooden flooring to the ceiling as well. And let me just tell you right now that it changes the entire look and feel of a room just by changing the ceiling. Now, okay, so in my house in real life, all of my ceilings are white. I think in the UK that's quite standard and quite typical. I'm not saying that if you live in the UK and you have painted ceilings that it's an odd thing. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that every house that I've lived in since I was very young, all the ceilings have always been white. And so this is a completely new concept for me, and I know that it's been something that we've been advocating for as a community for the longest time, and it's just been really nice to be able to actually have this in our game now, and it's such a game changer. It genuinely is. I've talked through pretty much the whole living room, but this is the living space. I wouldn't say it's a living room because look at the size of it. It is massive. So we do have like a living area here. I do add the standing piano. I tried to use as many of the items from the new pack as I possibly could. not in each of the rooms, but collectively. You know, I feel like this voiceover is very excitable because I am very excited, and it's genuine excitement as well. I'm just giddy. So I apologize if I seem a little bit too energetic, or I'm not always like this, but when something excites me, I am like this. Anyway, the living room's done. I do film me doing a lot of the rooms. I think it's just the 2 bathrooms upstairs that I don't film, because I do film the downstairs bathroom, and it's a huge downstairs bathroom. And with this pack, we've actually got a new what am I trying to think of? Bath. Why was that word escaping me for a second? So we have a new bath, and we actually have a new sink as well, which I was really surprised at. We have a new shower as well. We have a new shower. What? I'm a bit upset we didn't get a matching toilet, but I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty of that. Like, it really doesn't matter all that much, but it would have been nice to have a matching toilet. But when you see the style of them, I think we can all collectively agree maybe that's why they didn't add a toilet. Anyway, this is the bathroom that I was talking about just now. And I must just say as well that the rugs that came with this pack are like chef's kiss. Mwah. I love the rugs. I love the swatches. And there's also some rugs that you can use in kids' rooms. You know me and decorating kids' rooms. It's my thing. It's my thing. It's my jam. I love it. So any kids' clutter, kids' beds, kids' toys, I'm a complete advocate for. And we have all those items in this pack. And I'll talk a bit more about that when we get onto the upstairs, when we decorate the kids' rooms. But yeah, this bathroom, I had to add one down here because the floor plan would allow for it, and I'm thinking, well, there's nothing else I can put there, right? And then we move on to the kitchen. We have new kitchen cabinets and counters, and oh my gosh, they are beautiful. They are genuinely stunning. I love these so much. I'm going to be overusing these a lot. And actually, I found this kitchen very, very effortless to put together. It didn't require really much brain power from my end, and that's a good thing because the items just worked so beautifully. And look at the detailing on the wood. It's all worn, and it's just, it's beautiful. And then we've also got some new like little decor flower pieces. Like, look at that one in the corner there. I'm obsessed. It's like lavender and flowers, and oh my god, I just love it so much. I'm so excited. I need to calm down. Anyway, yeah, kitchen turned out really nicely. I was a little bit concerned when I was laying out the floor plan. I was like, do I really want to just smush the kitchen over there? But actually it works so well, and it ended up being a little bit not bigger than I would have anticipated, but it ended up being a really good size. And then we've got like these floor to ceiling windows just to the left here at the back. So what I put there is I put the dining room table so that your Sims can sit down and have a family meal and look out onto the landscape from the beautiful view. And I just thought that just worked so well. But yes, if you have any ideas of builds that you would like to see me do, please drop them down below. I already have a few ideas in my mind as to what I want to do over the next few weeks, but if you want anything specifically, then please let me know and I'll definitely see what I can do for you. But yeah, this is the seating area here. I just thought that was really nice. The table and chairs are new. The cow plant, what am I talking about? The cow print, cow plant print? I mean, I suppose it could be. The cow print swatches of the items where they have them are my absolute favorite. I'm obsessed. I don't know why I like cow print so much. I don't have cow print in my house in real life at all, but if I thought I could pull it off, it would be in my house. No word of a lie. I would literally have cow plant in my house. Cow plant, I'm saying it again. I say cow, I immediately think cow plant. Cow print. Cow print. If I could pull that off in my house, I would definitely have it. Anyway, that's the kitchen done, and then we move on to this very strange area over here. So I figured that this could be a little bit of a combination of an informal sitting area and then also like a formal dining room. I thought that worked really well, actually. There's also an office here just at the back. This house has everything. Like, this house literally has everything that you could possibly need. And I love the fact that I also included to have like 2 horses on here too, because you've absolutely got to. If we've got horses, then you guys are probably going to be playing with horses at some point anyway. If you don't, then by all means, like delete all the bits at the front or do whatever you want really. But I just figured it was super important. Anyway, the dining area comes together really, really quickly. All this is new. The dining table with the runner down the middle and the chairs, the curtains, the rug, the lights, everything that you're seeing here, the light above, all that's from Horse Ranch. Utterly obsessed. And then we do move on to working out the floor plan on the upper floor as well. It came together so quickly. Like, that was my first attempt. Usually I sit here and I say, yeah, so it took me about 10 attempts to do the floor plan. But this house, because I think of the size and everything just seemed to work so well. Anyway, we do move on to the main bedroom first. Now, something to note here, this does have an ensuite, as you can see off to the right here. It's a big ensuite, but are we surprised? Absolutely not. This room is relatively sparsely decorated, but it kind of works in sort of in keeping with the rest of the bedrooms on the upper floor. And then after this room, we move on to what I envisioned as do we move on to the grandparents' room next? No, we probably don't. I'm looking at the footage here. Anyway, this wardrobe is new. The rug underneath the bed's new. The bed's new. The fireplace, the lamps here, the bedside tables, the little everything is just beautiful. Genuinely stunning. And I know I'm a builder, so I am going to focus more on the build buy items, but I really think the team are stepping it up lately. And I thought this with growing together as well, actually. I just thought the items are so well thought through and they're beautiful. Like, look at this is one of the rugs I was talking about. Look how cute that is. I do think I changed the swatch, but this is a dollhouse. You see that in the window? That is a dollhouse. How cute. I cannot say enough good things. I'm yet to find something about this pack that I don't like. And that's genuine. And don't get me wrong, I have not explored every aspect of this pack yet. The gameplay, I might not be that impressed with. Genuinely. And I've only sort of explored a little bit of that. But I would definitely, as I said at the beginning, like to do more of a full overview of the horses themselves. Like I said, have a look at the animations in particular, because horses are notoriously difficult to animate. And I believe that's probably where most of the budget went, because it's costly. And bearing in mind, we've also got, as I was saying, new world, new build buy, and all that stuff. I haven't looked at CAS either, so don't know how good the CAS objects are. As I said at the beginning, I was given plenty of time with this access here, but unfortunately I've had other things going on. More will become clear very soon, I promise, but I'm not able to say anything right now. Anyway, so this is one of the kids' rooms. I wanted this room to be really sort of vibrant and youthful and mismatched, a little bit messy, a little bit sort of like, I don't know, it's just, and I've always said this as well, I feel like putting together kids' rooms with base game is actually super easy. Anyway, this is the room that I envisioned to be the grandparents' room. So I thought grandma and granddad could be in here, or maybe there's just a grandma, maybe there's just a granddad, or a grandparent. Like, it really doesn't matter. But I envisioned two grandparents in this house, and perhaps these are the two that purchased the house initially, and then they're trying to hand it down to their children, and then their children, and everyone's just living in under one roof. And I love that idea. I think it's just adorable. So yeah, this room comes together very quickly because there's not too much going on in here really. As I said at the beginning, I didn't want to overload everything with too many items because I have to be so mindful of the fact that you guys probably play in these builds. It's fine for me, I don't play in them. I literally just build them and take pretty screenshots. I'm like, oh, that looks nice. I think I'll just put a load of clutter on there. But if it's not functional, then it's not helpful for anyone really, is it? So I'm trying to be more mindful of that, and especially when I'm doing pack restricted builds, it seems to just be a little bit easier. And then we move on to the final room of the build. This is where I envisioned two children. They don't necessarily have to be twins, they could be just close in age, but like, look at this rug. Can we all just take a minute, please, and look how cute this rug is. The bunk beds are new, curtains again, the swatches on the wall, the floors. I think this room is like 80% new stuff that's come with Horse Ranch. No word of a lie. Like that rug under there's base game, but it's cute. Oh, I do change the rug. I was just sat here thinking, do I change that rug? Yes, I do change the rug. Anyway, they have everything they could possibly want in here. There's plenty of clutter. There's posters on the walls. There's a desk. This here in the left corner is a wardrobe. I'm obsessed because we've needed skinny wardrobes for the longest time. Because the room was so big, I was like, yeah, they can have another wardrobe as well. Why not? Anyway, that is pretty much it for this build. I really, really, really hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed building it. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Anyway, this house is available to download from the gallery if you'd like to. So release of the pack is tomorrow for you all. So this will be available on the gallery for you to download. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description box below. You can get them for free from Sim File Share. Thank you so much again to the EA Creator Network for allowing me super early access to this pack. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.